Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're doing so well. Hope you are beautiful. Hope you're handsome. Hope you're at your best today. I want to talk about public validation. Why do people chase after public validation? Why is it that people are so much after public validation, even at their own cost or even at their own what detriment? Now, public validation is about getting approval from people, or wanting to seek the approval of others, wanting to get the thumbs up from others. You want to present yourself in such a way that people approve of you. External appreciation, people validate your actions, people validate your choice of maybe clothing, your status, approval of the things you do. Now, public validation is not bad, but the quest for public validation is what has led to the increase in fake life, as in our parlance. When people try to be who they are not, when people try to be present themselves in a status that they have not even reached, when people begin to exhibit false impression so that people will accept them, so that the society will accept them. If you begin to see yourself that you're more concerned with public validation, then there's a possibility that a self-hate syndrome that is at work in you, in the sense that you just want people to see you, you just want people to accept you. You need to accept yourself before people can even accept you. If people accept you and you don't accept yourself, then you are at loss. Now, you see, the quest for public validation has led a lot of people to present a false impression of themselves, and it's not difficult for them to swallow or to let go or to come down from their high horse. They're not struggling to put up with that appearance. They're struggling to put up with that public status that they have created themselves to be. They have they're not finding it difficult to come down their high horse, because they have put up themselves high where they cannot maintain. You see, you must value yourself. You must appreciate the strength you have. You must appreciate who you are. You must appreciate your little effort. You must appreciate the little successes you have. You must appreciate what you are doing. You must appreciate your personality. Self acceptance is very key. When you accept who you are, whether people are validating your action, whether people are loving what you don't care. What you know that you're doing what you love and you're doing what is right. And so whether people accept you or not, it doesn't bother you. But when you're on the right track, people will appreciate you, man. Small, you'll be getting this public or social validation. But let the public or social validation not be the first thing. Let it not be what you're after. Let it not be what your priority is. Let it not be what you're seeking. Because if public validation is what you're seeking, you might get it at the expense of yourself. You might get it at the expense of of the chaotic personality you have built around yourself, and it will not be difficult to know who you are. In philosophy, they say, "Man, know thyself." Do you know who you are? Do you know your strength? Do you know what you represent? Do you know your value? When you don't know your value, you just want people to say, this is who you are. No, you have to know who you are, so that it is what you know of yourself that you present for people to know. When you don't know yourself, anybody can assume that you're anything. They probably can give you that validation on a false personality, on a false impression, because that is what you want them to see. That is what you're struggling for them to see, rather than build who you are. So rather than build your inner self, rather than build yourself on the scale that you are, so that when people embrace you, when people appreciate you, when people validate you, they validate you for who you are. Accept yourself, love yourself. Do not project this self-hate. I don't like the status I am. I'm ashamed to be this person. I need to be that person. I need to project myself to be that other person. When people don't even care, when people they don't care what you're doing, they don't even care. But you're putting yourself under pressure to represent who you are not. So while you are chasing public validation, be careful. Slow down. Slow down. Build yourself, work on your strength, present yourself as the real you. If people want to give you the accolades, they will give you the accolades. So don't force public validation at the expense of your life. Don't force public validation at the expense of change in personality, change in appearance. When at the end of the day, if you can no longer keep up with all the lies, all the packaging, all the everything, then it becomes a problem. You have now created a double standard. You've created a double personality. At the end of the day, people don't even know who to choose. Is it the person you have presented earlier or this new person we are seeing? They are confused. And at the end of the day, that public validation you're getting will now turn into public condemnation. Be careful how you live your life. Stand for who you are. Know yourself. Work on yourself. Be the person you want to be. That best person, that best version of yourself. Then if you get that public validation, beautiful is a plus. If you don't get it, you don't care because you're on the right track. Yes, you are on the right track. So you know what? Don't feel less of yourself. Don't feel others are doing better than me. Start refining yourself. Start becoming better. Be happy with where you are, the level you are. Be happy with what you have. Be happy with what you're yet to get. Just be happy. All will settle. All will fall in place. Yes, all will fall in place. To take care and know that you can be the best. The sky can be your stepping stone. Yes.